Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fee, and welcome to the New Card Report. It's the most wonderful time of the year. The time when there's multiple sets revealing multiple cards. From Phantom Nightmare's ongoing nonsense, of which there's still 32 more cards to talk about and have revealed as of my filming this video. And of course, some hearty nostalgia bait to be accompanying it, because what else do we print in this card game? So let's get on to it. The OCG's Quarter Century Duelist box and a little bit of Phantom Nightmare. And starting with the Phantom of our nightmares, Sebeks Sorcerer, a fully generic Water Aqua Link 2 with 2000 attack and arrows pointing bottom left and bottom right that would be unfathomable to be printed from Konami in 2017 and is otherwise unremarkable in 2023. When your monster this card points to inflicts battle damage to the opponent, this will allow you to gain the same amount of life points. And if either player gains life points, even during the damage step, this card will let you deal 1000 damage to both players. Each effect has a hard once per turn, and each time you look at the art, you'll think, wow, this doesn't remind me of the Alligator Man of which this card is referencing at all. Because this broad-shouldered fuck is the art of the original card that this Link monster is a reference to. And this is simply generic anime boy number 5612. I get it, this is the sorcerer serving under Sebek, but if I told you that this spell card is getting a monster card version of it made, what do you imagine that monster would look like? Spoiler alert, not this. And as for using it, well, one person said Arrow Mage burns now, which invoked the same sense of dread in me from that Star Wars movie when they said, they fly now. And that's it. And then everyone else talked about how it's like got potential in Valmonica. So I guess it's useless entirely and there's nothing else to be said about it, but hey, they burn now. Also from Phantom Nightmare is a new quick play spell for that Visas lore, or Visas? Vsauce? The Passage of Stars and Frost is usable if a monster you control was destroyed by a spell card effect and sent to the grave this turn, allowing you to conduct your next battle phase twice. And if this card is in your grave and a card you control is returned to your deck or face down extra deck, you can add this from your grave right back to your hand. That's right, you can add it to your hand, but not in a way that even remotely matters. Card design, because nothing about this card makes it searchable. It doesn't have any archetype in its name, and it doesn't mention Visas Starfrost or the Zenmain stat line, or any. I don't know how the Visas decks search, but I know they can't search this, and that's really what matters. Scareclaw would like this in particular, right? And I mean, Fire King hypothetically could if you use like Circle of the Fire Kings to pop one of your revive another and then double battle phase, but however, whatever deck you're playing this in, you need to hard draw it and then hope it's not at any point where you're in a top decking situation, because this does nothing without other things to do with it and it's unsearchable in 99.9% of circumstances. As for the lore behind this card with these two of the same dude but not the same dude, I don't care. I saw people talking about how it's like the end of the Visas lore is approaching and now it restarts for round 2, and I got war flashbacks to the Albaz fans and their need to talk about how underrated the story is as they constantly gush about it, and kudos to you, you love it, that's fine, but if you're gonna gush about it 17 hours of the day and then tell me it's underrated, please don't. So yeah, it's completely irrelevant in both regards to lore for me personally, but if you like it, that I guess is relevant. It's irrelevant to the card game at large, but hey, Valkyrie players can now potentially try to get 3 battle phases to still lose with their deck, or whatever else it is they try to do when they're not buying bots to, scam online polls. And moving on from Phantom Nightmare to nostalgia time. Yes, the Quarter Century Duelist box has 2 new cards to share, starting with Winged Kuriboh level 6. An adorable Kuriboh being eaten by Flame Wingman's arm, and definitely most totally not in a costume. This is shockingly a level 6. I know the name just wouldn't hint at that, but it's a light fairy. It's got 300 attack, 200 defense, and is always treated as both a hero card and a favorite card. It can't be normal summoned or set, needing to be special summoned from the hand or grave by banishing an elemental hero fusion monster or one winged Karibo from your hand, field, or grave. And when an opponent's monster declares an attack or activates a monster effect on the field, you can tribute this card to destroy the opponent's monster and then inflict damage to them equal to its original attack. Oh my god, this isn't a Karibo, it's a bomb. It's a bomb. This is a bomb factory. It makes bombs. That's amazing. It doesn't negate the effect, which is the one lone thing that would make it quote-unquote playable, but I think we all know this card's real purpose: to explode! I'm kidding. It still look cool in the binder, right? Because it's a dope little dude just being swallowed whole, or possibly being vomited up, but most definitely, again, not just a Karibo in a costume. And last up card-wise is Shining Star Dragon, a level 4 light dragon tuner with 0 attack and defense. Its effect is a quick effect during the opponent's main phase that will require you to target a synchro dragon in your graveyard, special summon this card out, then special summon that synchro you targeted from the graveyard, negate its effects, and then immediately synchro summon a dragon synchro monster using this card as material. And it will also give any dragon synchro summoned using it as material battle protection, so that exists on the card as well, and therefore I am obligated to read it. Immediately, people will point out that this reviving a level 7 Dark Dragon and then having a level 1 tuner on the board will make calamity, because all we do in the Yu-Gi-Oh community is talk about ways to cheat out a big dumb fuck dragon that doesn't let the opponent play the game. I pray that they ban Calamity before we get this card in the TCG, but until that happens, that is an option. Congrats, Synchro players. You can make Calamity. What a fucking astute observation. It's neat. It's an otherwise generic tuner, though. Its effect will lock you into using it with dragons to synchro summon, but if you just normal summon it, it's otherwise a fully generic level 4 tuner. This and a Bestial can make Barone, right? Daring today, I know, aren't we? I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's anything insane, but it does have applications. The question is, why does this card have more epic art than the Crimson Dragon Synchro art, when this is just a level 4 tuner? Like, can you imagine that as an ultimate rare? Sheesh. I literally can't. Oh, they're also giving us 2 tokens, because covering tokens in the new card report is humorous to me. By us, I mean the OCG. And for most people, that means Japan, because people who watch anime seemingly struggle to comprehend the existence of South Korea, or any of the other, Malaysia, Singapore. There's a hand. It's more than just Japan, despite what the people will tell you. Yeah, there's Yugi and a Kaiba token with the text of banter, where Kaiba says the iconic line, "full speed ahead." And Jaden and Yubel token, where Jaden says, and I quote, "That's right, there's another soul who believes in me inside of me," which for the uninformed is dissociative personality disorder, or as we called it back in my day, schizophrenia. He should probably go to a doctor. Therapy wouldn't hurt, I don't think, for the Karibo-haired man. But the art's neat for fans of that, so it's wins or win coats, I suppose, you know what I mean, if you're a big fan of Jaden or Yugi. I mean, there's no guarantee that we'll be getting these tokens in the TCG side of things, or that this set will be imported as it is. But I'm kidding, of course, because there's Kaiba and Yugi on one of these tokens, so we're probably actually just looking at fucking next year's Megatins, aren't we? Fucking sick. Thanks as always go to our sponsor of today's show, the LIFD Magnetic Display, the true Duelist approved way to support my channel, and of course the best way to display your favorite cards. As always, I've got the promo code YGOStrats15 there for 15% off when you buy one of these. Throw any cards you want in them. Maybe a Marshtomp will eat them, probably not, but I can't make any promises. I'm simply the newsman. So there you go. Use my promo code, help me out if you like, or if not, just hit subscribe. That helps too. Thank you for watching. Thanks to LIFD for the support. And remember, when you subscribe, not only will you impress your smoking Italian wife, but you can expect more of this fine young gentleman to my right here, and you can immediately become a true duelist. I think he's casting a shadow on me at this point. Like, I think he's genuinely fucking with the lighting.